Somebody that thought I could fix this, and I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbor. I'm gonna haul him up by a chain. I will eat your ass. I'll do it. You think I like sizing up my neighbor? Cut him, skin him, chop his ass up. My children are going hungry. I will eat your ass. I'll eat your ass. I'm literally looking at my neighbors now and going, I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. Eat your ass. My superpower is being honest, and I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. Eat your ass. That's why I want the globalists to know. I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. Eat your ass. I've extrapolated this out, and I will eat your ass.
I learned a lot, and I learned that I learned a lot. Anyway, Bo is associated here. Anyway, the point I want to make is I learned so much. I learned so much. I learned black, white, all colors, all backgrounds. But I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot. You know, come on, man. You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. What I have to do is I have to continue talking about the things. Come on, man. I came down here because I remember the first bumper sticker I saw. I learned that I got hairy legs that turned blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight and then watch the hair come back up again. So I learned about kids jumping on my lap. My butt kids jumping on my lap. Oh, I'm in trouble. What are we, nuts? Dead. You know, come on, man. Give me a little break here. Get a life. Taking cocaine or not? What do you think? Huh? Come on, man. Black, white, all colors, all backgrounds. But I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot. You know, come on, man. You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black. Come on, man. The Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys. I can hardly wait to meet with that guy who is the stable genius. Come on, man. I am very willing to let the public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness. Come on, man. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Wealthy kids. Come on, man. I mean, come on. Take a look at the record. I know a lot of weed smokers. Come on, man. Black, white, all colors, all backgrounds. But I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot. You know, come on, man. You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Why the hell would I take a test? I am,
Yeah. Trump the Don back at it again. Shout out Big Tucker, Alex Stein, JP Sears, Jordan Peterson, and Ben Shapiro. They call me racist, fake news. But Kodak Mazo, I got love for my Haitians. They cool. The media full of these federal agents. Break rules. America first, these candidates hate it. And hate you. Keep it 10 toes down, stay true. Everybody, they were loving me, so the media was switching up on me. Now they young, trying to comfort me and get a little piece of my money. Greatest president of all time, if you think not, you're mistaken. The only president I love more is them blue hunted Ben Franklins. These rappers are flexing their cars, some are flexing their house. My toilet bowl is made of solid gold, I don't need gold in my mouth. Government is full of perverts, ignoring the Hillary servers. Did Epstein really get murdered? That was my burner. Eating Trump steak, drinking Trump water. Trump towers with Trump daughter. Trump wine, I'm a super gremlin. I don't care about that loser Eminem. Trying to do me like OJ, just know the glove that don't fit. It's about to be a cold case, no love for a snitch. They call me racist, fake news. But Kodak Mazo, I got love for my Haitians. They cool. The media full of these federal agents. Break rules. America first, these candidates hate it. And hate you. Keep it 10 toes down, stay true. Wow. We're making it out of Trump towers with this one.
How about a motherfucking mukbang? We got a beef taco. Santa Fe, right?
Wake up, it's propaganda. It's propaganda, it's an e-girl in military uniform, it's propaganda. Wake up.
This is a rule, the rules of perception. If they're black, then it's a gang. If they're Italian, it's a mob, but if they're Jewish, it's a coincidence, and you should never speak about it.
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that, Hassan Piker? I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house.
Or in the ring.
No, in real life.
The sharing of biased and false
news has become all too common on social media.
More alarmingly, some media outlets publish true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Whose Sailor Moon shirt? Why, mine, of course. It's a little tight.
Oh, of course you watch Progression. You know skill, dumb YouTube commenter, idiot.
I'm taking all your spell zones. Every
Take them. I don't need them.
Go.
End of main, dumbass.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Yeah, nice deck.
Spent all match complaining and had the rock in hand.
The deck is bullshit.
Completely
it's bad.
saw through
it's
that
a bad
bluff,
deck,
by the
but
way.
it's still bullshit.
Did Hillary teach you
Skill
that
issue.
one, you liar?
Open wide, kids, because I'm going to grape you in the mouth.
He's going to what them in the mouth?
He's gonna grape him.
Well, if it's a level beyond Super Saiyan, then...
Then he must be a Super Duper Saiyan.
If he's a Super Duper Saiyan, then I shall find a way to become a Super D-Duper Saiyan.
You've done well so far, but up until now, I've only been using a mere 5% of my power. Now let's see how well you fare against my Biden blast!
Is asking for it. Dose is trying to give it to him.
Porn. Do you have that big a problem?
I'm not making fun of.
When's the last time?
Slow down.
When's the last time you saw porn?
Oh, you busted me. Actually, I made a humiliation porn. That's why I watch you on CNN.
No, but
why are you gay?
Rate me out of 10.
You're like a 3?
300.
I like a 3 out of 10.
Oh.
And your voice is kind of just pissing me off, I'm not gonna lie.
Pissing you off?
Why do you sound like that? You sound like out of an anime, stop. Talk normal. Yeah, you're kind of annoying, I'm gonna be honest.
If you're not paying for child porn, if you're just getting it, there is no moral or legal argument against that.
We've all jerked at the lolly.
Would be most attracted to?
I think it would be somewhere.
Do you not
from
want to answer
14...
this question?
No, I think it'd be somewhere from 14 to 17.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck those socks with the bell on it. Fuck your gay ass fairy faggot accent.
If you shit talk Tipster's wife, he fights 2 battles that day, one against you and one to get out the chair.
Can you toss me a beer?
Yeah, I got you, bro. Here's a cold one, bro.
Born in the 90s that's under 25 can't cook, can't clean. They don't want to work nothing. Niggas that's 31 and over get in relationships with them and wonder why shit ain't working. That's because all young bitches want to do is pop pills, smoke weed, get drunk, lay around, suck eat hot Cheetos, charge they phone, get a sew and weave, twerk, be bisexual, eat McDonald's, wash they in the sink, lie, take selfies, and talk shit through Wi-Fi because they phone never on.
11. Access denied.
1112.
Access denied.
1113.
Access denied.
1114.
Access denied.
This door is a bit.
I want to go to LA.
Well, shout out Patriot J, Benny Johnson, Big Bongino, Alex Jones. Free my dogs and lock up the radical left's gone crazy. I don't bail, I won't see inside a cell. Shout out Thugger, free my slime, slat, YSL. They tryna lock me up, but I'm plugged in ATL. Got homies doing life in jail, they living in hell. These DAs acting silly, my mugshot is worth a billy. So some merchant made a milli, shot McMillie out in Philly. Shot the baby, shot the Sosa, Benny Butcher. Them my rollers called me racist, but these rappers riding with me, them my soldiers. Mega, 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 I am not who they are after. I'm just in the way they want to get to you, but I won't let them cold-hearted. No, I'm artist, getting back to where I started. I don't need to do the race, I'ma beat them Rico charges. And if I go to prison, you can't do me like the Clintons. I'll be laid up, eating steak with Secret Service, chilling, screaming, Orange Man bad, the whole world mad. Thug life, shout out all of my MAGA base shads. Coming for the deep state, I will stop the New World Order. But before that, I'll finish walls at the border.
Hey everybody, it's been a while, hasn't it? Oh man, how y'all doing tonight? I hope you've been good since I've been away on my little sabbatical. recollecting my energy and my focus. But man, I missed doing this with you guys. I really miss doing the intros too, because I'll admit I love listening to those intros. They're a lot of fun. It's kind of mid. I don't know, man. I love how they've been able to do the voice AIs now, because like in the past, like when voice AI first started coming out, it was okay. Like you could do some funny stuff, but now they can really put in like actual inflections into the voices and everything. It's pretty nuts. So election season's coming up, so we're gonna have even more parody songs coming out, and it will be from the voices of the actual people. So I'm looking forward to it. Like I'm really looking forward to it. Oh man. Yeah, I'm back, everybody. Listen, it's the Russel Brand stuff, right? Because I plan to come back. I saw this stuff going on with like Liz Cats and everything. We covered the whole H2O Delirious, Gnome Wrecker, and all that other shit. I wasn't really interested in the lawsuit that is going on between Gnome Wrecker and Delirious. Like, I really wasn't. But like, I heard this insane story is going on with Liz Cat's like ex-husband or whoever. It's nuts. Like the dude's apparently a fucking psychopath. So I was like, you know what? I gotta talk about that because you got a kid involved in this shit. But then the Russel Brand thing happened, and I was like, bro, this whole story is nuts, right? So Russel Brand, okay, he's been very anti-establishment for a really long time. And he is not like a hardcore, like right-wing nut job or anything. He's really not right-wing at all. He's just very, very, very against establishment and the media. So like, I think he was like with Occupy Wall Street and everything and cheering on that shit from way back. So he's been gaining more and more popularity. There's like a really viral video, and I'll play it when we get into the subject, because we'll start with Edwin and everything. But like, it's a viral video where he's just going off on how, the pharmaceutical industry makes a profit anytime there is a health crisis. Like, they make a massive profit. The military industrial complex, anytime there's war, they make a massive profit. So logically speaking, right? Like, we don't, there's gonna be like a bunch of these how am I gonna say bootlickers? Just like people love taking up the ass, right? They come out in full-throated support of these industries every fucking time, right? Or like it's like that fake fucking lefty type of shit where they go, oh, I hate the military industrial complex, but like clap and hoot and holler for what's going on in Ukraine without like a second thought. It's actually adorable. But like, yeah, no, he puts out this this thing with Bill Maher. He's going off on it, and he used to like be super fucking famous, right? Like he was named like the sexiest man in the world or whatever, like a decade ago. But he's gained more of a popularity in the political sphere because he's been hardcore attacking media narratives, right? And now, all of a sudden, you have these 4 women who come forward in this article, in which they are all anonymous. Now, this was dropped on Sunday, okay? Russel Brand puts his video out on Saturday in preparation for this thing coming out on Sunday. So maybe I have the timing wrong. Maybe it was like Friday and Saturday. I apologize. It might be off by a day. Anyways, but it's like a day apart, right? Because typically after the article's been written, after they already have everything put together, then they'll reach out to you for comment. And so that's what happened. Russel Brand puts out his video. It's like 2.5 minutes long, addressing the accusations that are going to be coming out, saying it's like categorically false. He has witnesses, et cetera, et cetera. Then the article drops, right? The expose drops. And dude, it's like bullshit, right? And when I say it's bullshit, I'll go to like the main story that most people are saying, like, there's evidence here, there's evidence here. one, nobody has actually seen the evidence that they are saying that they have, which is apparently a medical record that takes place at the time this thing happens with Russel Brand from a rape crisis center. Here's the problem, though. The accuser is named Nadia in the article. Nadia's story is that, you know, she had previously been having relationships with Russel Brand. She came to his house one day, and Russel Brand, like, comes out drugged out. She tries to run away from him. He grabs her, pins her up against a wall, and forcefully violates her, right? Like, you know what I mean, right? Like ARPs her. So she then runs out of the house, gets into a car, and drives away. And then there's a text message, right? And here's the thing about the text message. They're like, this is proof, guys. This is proof. This is a conversation. And look, he's apologizing to her. Small problem. The text message never actually says that she was held down or that she was violated or that he was violent with her. It's talking about how he scared the shit out of her. It's like no means no, but the segment of the conversation has been edited. It has been altered. I put out a video talking about it. But the conversation is about how allegedly she told him he had to wear a condom and he didn't wear a condom, and he was apologizing to her and saying, hey, look, I'm sorry, you're right, I should have worn it, et cetera, and her asking if she needs to be checked for an STD or whatever. This is like completely the opposite. In fact, like I've had these arguments with people on Twitter, and they're like just head up their ass. It's like these people, I tell you, anytime there's an accusation, they run out. They run out like little fucking white knight champions, right? They look forward to it every fucking time, so they can feel morally superior about sitting on their ass and doing nothing to better the world. But they go out and they're going on about how, well, stealthing is still sexual assault. That's still a bad thing. And I'm like, yeah, but you know, it's hilarious because the article doesn't say that, right? Nadia's story in the article has nothing to do with, well, Russel Brand, when he was forcibly raping me, told me he was wearing a condom, and he actually wasn't. Like, that's not even part of the fucking story. But that's all the text message conversation is talking about. This is how like half-assed and fucking stupid people are. And there are people who I know are very intelligent, but I hate to ascribe nefarious motivations to certain people, but like to me, it seems like they know how this is going to go down. I know how it's going to go down. Russel Brand is being falsely accused. He's going to get dragged through the mud. They'll ride the safe wave of that, put out videos, you know, like just crucifying the guy. They won't actually say he's guilty, right? But they'll do everything leading right up to it. You know, oh, this evidence is super strong. Oh, this looks really bad for Russel Brand. Oh, there's even more accusations now. Guys, I don't know how he's going to come back from this. I mean, it's still innocent until proven guilty. We don't have any criminal charges, but like it does look really bad. And then finally, you know, in however much time it takes for Russel Brand to actually come out with a response, with his witnesses, with his evidence, then they'll go out and put out videos and go like, well, guys, this is why I said you can't rush to judgment. You can't rush to these decisions. You know, it's a good thing. But false accusations are a terrible thing. I just want to like slap these motherfuckers because I already know how it's going to happen. It's like you're watching it happen right before your eyes, and you already know the plan for these people. You already know what's the most profitable venture for them. Side with the accusers. Don't actually say he's guilty. And then when he comes out with the evidence, you can then run to his side. And if anyone says, well, what were you doing months ago when the accusations dropped, you were saying it looked bad, you can go, well, I never said he was guilty. I just said it looked bad, but I'm so happy he came out. Like, fuck off. This is ridiculous. And you know what? My issue is they're saying that they have like medical records of a rape kit and everything, and the police were contacted. I'm like, okay, that's great. But nobody can verify that because the accuser is anonymous. So we have no idea who this woman is. We can't look into it. We can't verify with the police department if a report was ever filed. And, what makes it even more suspicious is this stuff all took place years ago. And when I say years ago, over a decade ago. Over a fucking decade ago. Okay? This was when Russel Brand was at the actual height of his popularity. Complete fucking drug addict. Was involved in mainstream media affairs, was with the BBC, Channel 4 News, all of these people, right? Was in movies and shit like that. And apparently all this stuff was happening, and they knew about it, right? They knew about it. But now all of a sudden, when he's completely against the media, well, now they suddenly remembered, right? Like, oh boy. The most likely outcome of this is that Russel Brand has been shaking far too many trees, okay? And it's not even a conspiracy thing, right? Pfizer, Moderna, the vaccine companies, they fund a lot of the media, right? They heavily invest in various media outlets, heavily invest in them. So, you're going to the people who basically pay your fucking bills. This man is attacking them. Just like who would you go after, right? If you worked for one of these outlets. Like, who would you go after if you worked for one of these outlets? You'd go after the guy who's not only attacking you. You go after the guy who's not only attacking you, but is also attacking the person responsible for making sure that you stay gainfully employed. So, what would be the easiest thing to do? Well, you go to every single one of his ex-girlfriends. You go to anyone who you believe there is bad blood with. And you basically go and say things like, hey, we're doing this article about Russel Brand, and we've heard some stories, and you just look for anyone willing to pile on. It's actually not that fucking hard. Because on top of that, you also promise, hey, by the way, we're going to keep your name out of this entirely. We're going to make sure that your name is not attached to this at all. So you tell me whatever you want to say about Russel Brand, and we'll make sure it gets published. If our media outlets had any level of credibility to them, they would not run with fully anonymous stories from over a decade ago. But that's not what we're dealing with, is it? So, yeah, the Russel Brand stuff, like, pisses me off. Like, it really does. It really does, because it's obvious to me, and I see the same tactics get used in a lot of these, like, online cancellations of, like, YouTubers and streamers, where you have, like, people who come out and they want to remain anonymous. They drop quote unquote evidence, but it's like heavily redacted. It's completely spun out of context. And this one is probably the worst of it, because they're claiming that they verified this shit. I don't know why I believe that they did. I don't know why anyone believes that they did. But the only image we've been shown is an altered text conversation about him not wearing a condom during sex. That's your justification. That's the evidence that everyone has seen. Okay? So if you see a YouTuber, I don't know, it's like a guy name rhymes with Randy Schmin Moore or whatever, going on about, oh, this really strong evidence. Just remember, the only thing these fucking idiots have seen is a clearly altered image of a conversation talking about that one time he lied about wearing a condom during sex, which is supposed to back up a story, by the way, right? Because I'll admit that that's wrong. That's bad. But this is supposed to back up a story from this woman who's saying that this text message proves that she was violently held up against a wall and violated and forcefully taken against her will. Just remember that. Just remember that. Because when these jackasses turn around and go, oh, gosh, you know what? I know what it's like to be falsely accused. This is why we can't have false accusations, because it just ruins it. just remember what these people are basing their abject fucking stupidity on. An altered text conversation that has literally fuck all to do with the claim in the article. Just remember that, okay? Oh my god. Like, I find it fucking hilarious. I really do. I really fucking do. By the way, I've got some fun stuff related to it that you guys are gonna like too. But before we begin with that, let's talk about somebody else, okay? And here's a situation that you have far more damning shit on. But even then, I would say, guys, chill, wait a little bit, because I don't really know. I've gone through the I gone through like the Google Drive on this one. And I'll be clear, I like browsed through it and everything. I didn't see anything that specifically was like Edwin trying to fuck a child or anything. But bro, this stuff is suspicious. Like, this is hella fucking suspicious. Like, these are like really, really dirty fucking things. Edwin having conversations with girls who are like 14, 15, 16, and 17. Okay. And he's in his mid-20s. So it's pretty clear. But the one thing I thought was actually pretty funny about this is,
hello, children. Looks like Papa's back for one more video. Now, have you ever wondered, why does Edwin's generation make sexuality videos? Because I sure have.
I know that schools have their sex education and parents try to teach their kids to not have sex at a young age. But when is the right age?
Okay, that is what the fuck? What the fuck is that? Holy shit, man. Okay, so like, yeah, that's sus. That's fucking sus, right? Look, Edwin's always been a weird guy. I don't have any issues saying that. He's always been a fucking weird ass dude. I don't think anything in here is like proven that he was actually attempting to have sex with a kid, but he was having really inappropriate conversations with children. I guess that would be the best way of putting it. He was having very inappropriate conversations with very young people. So I think that that's important. I think people need to understand that's what is going on. Yeah, what is the right age? What is the right age, Edwin? Does Edwin know? Edwin, what's the right age for you? Like 14, 15? Fuck. Okay, but there is the dyed hair gave it away. Yeah. there is stuff in here. There is stuff in here that is like actually like, what the fuck? Okay. And like, one of them is, I'll just go through the thread here because I don't really want to go through the Google Drive. I'll link the tweet in the chat because the link to the Google Drive's in it. So you guys can actually go through it yourself too. And props to Colton for his work on improving his stop motion animation. Because I'm pretty sure that's him who's doing this video. But there's a link to the tweet. You can go through the Google Drive yourself, the archive and everything. Let's go through a few of these images in here, though. I'm 15 and not even a medium. LOL, what the fuck? This is July 13, 2017. Me and Sexy Edwin's conversation is better than yours will ever be. And I'm sorry for being so annoying, Edwin. So he's having these Snapchat conversations with minors, which is very, very, very sus. Like really, really, really sus. Boyfriend tag. Let me put it like this, right? Let's say you are, for whatever reason, and I don't think you could actually justify it, you're having a conversation with a 15-year-old girl, okay? And she calls you her boyfriend, and you are a 20-something-year-old YouTuber. End it. End it immediately. Like, how does that even need to be fucking stated to you? So there's a lot of problems with this. there's much worse to it. I got to be careful because Edwin messaging a 15-year-old in 2015, it's unclear if the naked image sent in Snapchat was censored. If not, he sent nudes to a 15-year-old. Later that year, she posted about turning 16. So here's the problem. Let's say Edwin censored the image and then sent it over to the girl. Why the fuck would you send this image in the fucking first place? Like honestly, just explain that one to me. Explain it in a way that doesn't make me think, oh my God, this guy is a massive fucking pedo. Because regardless of you like putting like mark over your dick, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like honestly, this is bad. This is really bad. When Sexy Edwin calls you bae over Snapchat, I can do back massages, no happy endings though. Best birthday ever, best family ever. Thank you so much. 16 years old. This is the type of shit that's like really fucking like wrong. Now here's the thing. Apparently the account of that 16-year-old has been suspended. So I don't know, like, I don't think that it's false, just to be clear. I don't think it's false, but I can explain it. Craig, you said it yourself. This guy's a massive fucking pedo. Yeah. I mean, maybe. There's something really wrong with what we're seeing here, right? Like, we can all agree to it. The only thing I can say to Edwin's defense is the account no longer exists, so there's no way of verifying if the account was real, if this is just like all some like really good edited deepfake shit. But there's a lot of it. It's a lot of it. There's a lot of shit here to prove that Edwin was having inappropriate conversations with minors. And this is what I mean, right? Like, just to compare it to the Russel Brand thing. In the Russel Brand thing, we have a guy who, within a day of this article dropping, has been thrown out from his agency, has had several of his shows canceled, has had several things get pulled that he used to be in, is being maligned all over the internet within a day of an article dropping. And all you have, the only thing you have, is an edited text message, a clearly badly done edit of a text message that goes on about how when they were having sex, he lied about having a condom on, not, forcing her up against a wall and violating her against her will, violently. So, anyways, this is a lot worse, right? 13, almost 14. My birthday is March 3rd, so January 11th, 2013. And Edwin, you were the first one to retweet my video. You get the naked pic. Thank you. God damn, dude. Yeah, that's bad. That's really bad. Lastly, is a 17-year-old. First image establishes their age being 17 in February 2015. Second image from January of 2015. Edwin is sending her inappropriate messages. I think my 18th birthday will be a whole week celebration. And Edwin going, "Hi, bae, I'm grateful for you and your kisses." Oh, man. So, yeah, Edwin is in a lot of shit. And the thing is, Edwin already kind of like doesn't have much of a platform to speak of because, and look, the previous thing that like he was accused of was like the whole threesome thing with Salvo Pancakes. And like, man, I already said that thing just sounded like stupid to me. This is actually bad. This is really actually bad. And I'm wondering if he has any intention of actually responding to it. But obviously, and this is what I mean. There's a lot here to corroborate the claims that are being made against Edwin. There's a fuck ton here to corroborate the claims being made against Edwin, right? But at the exact same time, it's not hardcore fucking proof. in the sense that we don't know if those images are altered, taken out of context. These are conversations with different people. He actually knew what their ages were, which I'm just saying. But it's enough where I think most people would be like, can we put him into a meat grinder or something, Like it's definitely bad. It's definitely bad. So guys, you tell me what you think about this one. It's not looking good for Edwin. It's looking really, really, really fucking bad for Edwin. Wow. Big fucking yikes, everybody. Big, gigantic fucking yikes. Get the wood chipper, boys. Yeah, I can't endorse it, but yeah, I get what you mean. Listen, when I'm saying like there is not enough proof here to say like 100% he is attracted to minors, this and let me be as charitable as I possibly can here, because I don't like Edwin, right? But I try to call a spade and be as fair as possible. It's possible, okay, that there are two ways of me being charitable here. One, Edwin was talking to these girls in completely inappropriate manners, and he either was lied to about their ages or, knowing what an irresponsible fucking dipshit this guy is, he never actually verified the ages on these people at all. He never looked into it. And later he got better about doing that. But in his early days, he was just like, look, they're sharing my videos, so I'm like man whoring myself out so that they keep sharing them or whatever. I don't fucking know. Listen, that's probably enough for people to say like delete your fucking channel, and I'd be with you, because like I think Edwin's gone after people on similar circumstances where it's like even if they didn't know the age, it's still on them to verify it. I'm like, oh, funny you say that. Funny you should say that. But that would be like the most charitable take I could give to him, other than it's all edited, it's all fake, it's all false, it's all been doctored or whatever. I don't think that that's true at all. So I think the other plausible story is that Edwin really had no fucking clue what the ages of these girls were. He was just flirting with random chicks that he found on Twitter. And because he's such a dipshit, he wound up like having very inappropriate conversations with minors. And then later, because there's nothing more recent than like this 2017, 2015 type of shit. Much later on, he realized, oh shit, I need to do a better job at this, and stop like having these inappropriate conversations without first verifying the age of people. I think that that's probably more likely. It doesn't forgive what he did, obviously. It doesn't. But I'm trying to be as fair as I can here because, look, I'm going by the story from Colton, because I think Colton's the one that like really broke all this, or at least did the video on it first. So that's it. I don't like Edwin. Like, I think he's a piece of shit. Fuck him for all I care. Absolutely fuck him. But I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. But that's what I mean. That's a story that actually has some solid evidence behind it. Solid evidence behind it. And you could still find some way to be somewhat charitable to say, hey, maybe he really didn't know or whatever. The Russel Brand shit has literally nothing. Literally nothing. Here, let me give... There are claims from the people that wrote the article, which it's a hit piece. Like, it's meant to destroy the man's reputation. We all know that. We're not fucking... That's going to be really mean. We're not completely, like, brain damaged. We know that that's what's going on. Okay? So, when I see the article, right? And I'm being told by the people who wrote the article, we've independently verified it. We've independently verified it. You know, you can't see it, but we've seen it. Trust us. No. Like, none of these outlets have given me any reason to believe anything that they put out. So if you're going to put out a claim like this, you need to back it up with solid evidence. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I am asking for. And that's all anyone should be asking for is solid evidence, actual fucking evidence. This is what you have instead, okay? I'm going to open up this in a new tab. But Andy Signorin, I already did a video slamming the guy for this shit. It's wild how many accepted the Russel Brand conspiracy theory before even seeing one allegation. Now it's out, and one alleged shares this text and took a rape kit after. But folks go, why didn't she press charges after already questioning Danny Masterson's guilty conviction? Now, listen, I have like no interest in the Danny Masterson story. Mostly because bro's a fucking Scientologist. I'm willing to believe they do a lot of shit. Just to be clear. But like, really, I don't care about the Danny Masterson story, and I don't understand how that has anything to do with what's going on here. What I will say, as far as the Danny Masterson shit goes, Danny Masterson had a trial. He was not convicted. I don't know the whole story here. I'm just going by what I've heard. They then bring it up again, but the next time he's tried, they heavily put Scientology on the list, right? Scientology is the issue. So they go after Scientology because Scientology is such a fucked up fucking cult. People are like, oh, clearly guilty, guilty, guilty. So I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't actually sound like there is a sound reasoning for the Danny Masterson comparison, other than some like insane fucking cope. But anyways, I'm trying to find the Times fucking yada yada yada. Whatchamacallit. I'm looking up some funny shit. Sorry. I should take it a little more seriously. I'm trying to find the Times Twitter account because they had like all the shit posted, and it was actually like easier to go through everything. I can't find their Twitter account because I type in Times, it brings up New York Times, so that's not helpful. Fuck me. Okay, whatever. This is what I wanted to show you first, though. This is the altered text message. And I wanted to pull up Nadia's story from this because you're going to see what my actual issue is here in a little bit. But let me read through it with you first. This is Russel Brand. I'm sorry. That was crazy and selfish. I hope you can forgive me. I know that you're a lovely person. X. You scared the shit out of me. You're right. I am a lovely person. And for you to take advantage of me like that is unacceptable. You have a problem. You need help. It's dangerous that you think you can get your own way all the time. Do you know how scary you are when that glazed look comes over you? When a girl says no, it means no. Do I have to go and get myself tested? Last time you asked me condom or no condom. When I say condom, that doesn't mean it's optional. You don't have the best reputation. I pride myself on being safe and trying to make the right decisions. Obviously, this was a bad one. I'm so disappointed. I'm very sorry. You don't need to get tested. I will make this up to you somehow with love and kindness. Not my original idea, which was more sex. You've been lovely to me, and I'm embarrassed by my behavior. Sorry, X. Will you ever forgive me? X. Now, there's some issues, right? One, this message has no timestamp on it, but this is the big one, okay? When a girl says no, this next part of the conversation, I mean, let's zoom in just so you guys can really make it out here. This next part of the conversation was pasted in to this section, right? So there was something else being talked about, and then this part of the convo was copied and pasted over that. So what it looks like is a whole section of the conversation has been cut out. An entire section of the conversation here has been cut out. But here's the worst part. Even if they didn't do that, this conversation is about how she wanted him to wear a condom. He didn't wear a condom, didn't tell her about it. So he did something called stealthing, right? And that's here's the fucked up part. That's if this entire conversation here is accurate and the missing context doesn't disprove that. But the problem is Nadia, which is the assumed name of this random 40 or something old accuser, is not claiming that, hey, this one time with Russel Brand, we were having sex. I told him to wear a condom and he didn't wear a condom. Her story is, hey, I went to his house. He had a glazed look in his eyes, and I tried running away from him, and he grabbed me, held me up against a wall, and raped me. So, you have two giant problems with this one fucking piece of evidence. All these jackasses have been shown. We're all going like, "Oh my god, this is really substantiated, guys." How are people like defending this guy? How are you defending this? Do you not see? Do you not see do you not see how clear this is? That Russel Brand did this? It looks really bad. The one fucking thing these people have actually seen about Russel Brand, the literal one piece of evidence, not only debunks her own fucking story, but it's been edited out of context. There is something here that is missing. So there you go. There you go. I don't know, man. Like I can't fucking believe it. After everything, you still have people writing this fucking line because it is so fucking obvious to me that you have something that's very clear here. Okay? You don't have any evidence. You don't have anything to prove anything in that article. You have to fucking trust the people that wrote the article. And why would you do that? When all they've shown you is an altered text message that does not say anything in regards to what the accuser is actually claiming. I'm genuinely fucking curious. I'm genuinely fucking curious. Faker than Liz Cat's boobs? Yeah, probably. Yeah, shaking my head, Andy. Yeah, no, like, dude, this is my problem, right? Anyone know what service was used for those alleged texts? Well, here's the problem. The article itself, to my understanding, because it's like behind a paywall, so I'm not gonna fucking do that shit. In the article itself, they actually say this is a mock-up of the conversation. So we know it's not the actual conversation. We know that 100%. They took the images of the text messages and they cut something out of the conversation. They presented that as their only fucking piece of evidence to people. And you have fucking nitwits who are pulling this bullshit where they go, oh, well, you know, they said, they told us, they super pinky fucking sweared it's true. Absolute fucking garbage eating moron. But here's the benefit for these people. They'll be able to drop this shit out there. They'll be able to go ahead and claim, hey, guys, guess what? Guess what, guys? I never said he was guilty. I just made a ton of videos heavily questioning him, talking about how really guilty, super guilty he looked. And when he came out and proved it was false, then I updated it. So I got to double dip both times. I got to get the profit by siding with the accusations, and then I got to make even more money when I said, "Oh, look, he proved his innocence now. Now it's safe to say that it's clearly fucking false." What the hell is the mock-up conversation? This is the bullshit you get, and it's really bad too. Like, this is really bad. This is really bad. It's really fucking obvious. The font doesn't even match up. Like, everything up here is much clearer. Everything below it has been completely mocked up. This was copied and pasted together. That's why it's all blurred out and shit. So we don't know. We honestly don't know what took place from when it goes, when a girl says no, it blank, to means no, we don't know what the missing context there is. We don't. We absolutely don't. But even if they took nothing out and just did this horrible fucking edit job, it's not at all the story that she is claiming in the article. It is not at all the story that's being claimed in the article. So let me get to the article. Sorry, just give me a second, because I pulled up the New York Post. No, it wasn't the New York Post. It was Daily Mail originally. I'm trying to. Oh, there's a new article now. The anonymous accuser Alice is in conversations with the BBC, saying, "Oh, his response is terrible. His response is terrible." I just fuck, man. Let's see. Times. No, that's the one that's got a paywall behind it. Fuck me. I'm sorry, guys. I should have honestly been better prepared. Let's see. The Daily Mail one is probably okay. Let me just find that really quick. Or maybe not. Jesus, fuck. There are so many articles about the guy right now that you can't actually find the original article without going through the paywall. And I'm not giving these people a fucking penny. I don't give a shit. I'm not giving them any money. That's interesting. Unless I got blocked or something, but like, how would I be blocked by a fucking news outlet? That wouldn't happen, right, guys? Like, can someone else go to Twitter and help me like look for this shit? Because I'm like, there's no way I can't find it. This is nuts. Times Nadia Brand. I'm searching in media because I want the video. Here we go. Okay, so this, you never know, Crow. I found something, but it's not the one I was trying to find. This is the Times and the Sunday Times. Do they have another? Nope. This is kind of nuts. I'm trying to find where they actually give her side of the story. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this, and I'm going to be clear, this sounds like an AI generation, but we've all seen the text message, right? This is the text message. It's clearly a conversation about how Russel Brand lied about wearing a condom during sex. That's what that text message is about. It's missing a ton of context, but that's what that conversation is about. This is Nadia, the person who made the claim. This is her story from the article.
He pushed me up against the wall. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, I have a friend here and I want you to come into the bedroom. I'm like, no, that's not happening. We're not doing that. And I tried to get away from him. I slipped away from the wall. I went to another wall that had a painting on it, a huge painting. My bag got actually stuck underneath that and it's still on my arm. And at this point, he's grabbing at my underwear, pulling it to the side. I'm telling him to get off me and he won't get off. and he has that glazed look in his eye again. I was very distraught, trying to get out of the house with him being so much taller than me, like holding me up against the wall, pushing himself in me. I couldn't move. He finally comes and gets off of me, and I push him away. He blocks the door. He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, I'm not okay. Get away from me." And he's like, "Well, let's calm down." I ran out and I jumped in my car. I was in a daze.
Okay, so a couple things I want to address here. Yes, I believe it's AI generated. I think that they actually, just to be clear, you can call them on that. I can call them on that. But I think the reason why they would justify doing that is to say, well, we're protecting her identity. So we gave her written statement to an AI to read out instead, which to me feels more like you're trying to manipulate people. But anyways, her story there and her story in these fucking text messages, right? It's not at all similar, is it, guys? It's not at all similar at fucking all, is it? Okay? She doesn't talk about being forcefully held up against a wall. Okay? She doesn't. She talks about how upset she is that he wasn't wearing a condom. How he had said last time when he would wear a condom or no condom. And when she said, and she says, it doesn't mean it's optional to wear one. This has nothing to do with this text conversation. But you have complete ignoramuses who are largely going to profit off of this hysteria, right? Going out and saying, well, guys, this is some really strong evidence. This is really strong. This is really bad looking. This is really strong, guys. I feel like literally zero sympathy for any of the shit Andy ever went through because, bro, I already know how this goes down. Eventually, Russel Brand will come out with actual evidence to talk about these situations. And then Andy can come out and say, guys, I mean, I told you guys it's innocent until proven guilty. I told you it's innocent until proven guilty. I've been falsely accused too, so I know what it feels like. There's no evidence to back up anything in the article. There is no evidence at all to back up any of the claims being made in the article. Now, people on the right are saying this looks like a coordinated media hit job. Because it fucking does. There's no evidence to back up anything in that fucking article. There's none. But within a day of the article dropping, we've seen like this massive purge of everything Russel Brand is involved in. Like, I'm talking about, it's insane, right? Here, let me pull up this tweet. Russel Brand has lost his book deal, his agent, and his tour has been canceled. His Netflix shows have been pulled over allegations. A fucking day after the article drops, his agent drops him. His book deal gets canceled. His tour has been canceled. His Netflix shows are being pulled. I think he's attached to do some sort of Comedy Central's thing. That's been canceled as well. This was all within a day of the article dropping. So when people say it's a coordinated media hit job, it's because nobody moves that fucking fast. I'm sorry. Nobody moves that fucking fast unless they've been made public enemy number one, that is. Because we've seen other circumstances, certainly not with somebody like Russel Brand, but definitely with others. It's bullshit. Now, here's the thing. Here's the cute thing. So I say that, right? I say that because, like, you know, it seems pretty obvious to me that something doesn't smell right. Well, Then you have like actual fucking like lunatics. Actual fucking lunatics. Like this woman. This is like this is what I mean by like this is like insane fucking conspiracy, right? There is a conspiracy theory among establishment toe-sucking lefty people who are going, Russell Brand became an anti-establishment figure because he knew these accusations were eventually going to come out about him. So he needed an audience of people that did not trust the media in order to defend him. These people are mentally fucking challenged. Okay? Mentally challenged. This is insane, but let's go.
Say about this Russel Brand in plain sight Channel 4 Dispatches documentary. The first is, if you don't think that Russel Brand has been waiting for this day to arrive since Me Too started, you are beyond help, my friend. Of course he's known since Me Too started that there are women out there who have stuff on him and that it's only a matter of time before they come forward and expose him for what he is. He's not an idiot. He has known that this day was coming. And so he's had the incentive over the last few years to cultivate a following of people who distrust the media, who think that the media are out to get Russel Brand and that they'll do anything that they can to do that.
So, yes, actually insane fucking redheaded cokehead Britain person here is going on about how, look, he knew this was coming out since 2016. Wait, actually, when did the Me Too movement start? Like, when did that shit start? Like I said, 2016. I'm pretty sure it was before that, right? Like 2013 or whatever. Russel Brand was at Occupy fucking Wall Street, right? Russel Brand has always been against the establishment. And when media became very clearly in the pocket of establishment narratives, Russel Brand bashed them harder than anybody. He's always been that guy. But according to this insane fucking cokehead, actually, he's always known this was going to happen. He's always known it was going to happen. So he cultivated an audience of people who wouldn't trust the media. You insane fucking lunatic. Because here's my problem with this argument, right? If this was actually true, Russel Brand would be much safer by being protected by that same media. Right? Because Russel Brand wasn't Harvey fucking Weinstein. He's not. Like, he's literally not. He's also, and by meaning he's not, yeah, he's like an actor, and by like a semi-actor and everything. Like, he's a popular pop culture figure and everything, but he's not Weinstein. He doesn't control other people. He's not like so huge in the Hollywood sphere that he can make or break people's careers. So if he wanted to be protected from women that are remaining completely anonymous to this day, he would just stay with the establishment media. He would just stay with Channel 4. He would just stay with the BBC because they'd protect him better than anyone else would. You absolute fucking cokehead. Fucking Christ, man. That's nuts. That's actually fucking nuts. But this is the new insane conspiracy theory from these fucking left-wing fucking dipshits, right? Because not only does it justify why Russel Brand would ever betray them, it's because he was doing it to protect himself. No one would ever betray the left. Fucking retards, man. But straight up, that's the new insane conspiracy theory. So, what's more likely, right? A guy who is routinely attacking not only media establishment, but also the people that are heavily subsidizing that entire industry, became a target of the media establishment. And they compiled a list of names of people that they knew had relationships with him. And they went to those people looking to dig up dirt. And they got exactly what they wanted because they promised to keep these people completely fucking anonymous. Is that more likely, or is it more likely that the former fucking heavily addicted drug addict saw Me Too happen and just so happened to decide, oh, I'm going to become fucking sober now? Oh man, it's like taking a shovel to your fucking brain repeatedly over and over and over and over and over again. Just taking that shovel and caving your fucking skull in with your own stupidity. It's actually nuts. Some people said nothing was amiss. Yeah, well, like, that's the thing. When Russel Brand was like a heavy fucking drug addict, and engaged in all this promiscuous behavior and everything, these media outlets loved him, would suck his fucking dick. And they knew about this shit the entire time, apparently. Yeah, I just don't buy it. Anyways, guys, that's it for the stream tonight. I'm probably going to do another video on the Russel Brand thing, just because I want to talk about, like, the blackout, the cancellations and everything. But before that, this is the video. This is the video people have been talking about, where they're like, this is what got him canceled. I don't know if it's necessarily this. I think it's just the repeated attacks on these media establishments and them looking to take his skull.
Yes.
Out of respect for you and your show, I've brought some facts. Would you, if you like, they're actually...
You just get the fuck out of here. This is not the place.
You like facts.
We love facts. I love facts.
I wouldn't have mentioned it. I'm English, and you know that politeness is our fundamental religion. But they do pertain to this issue. So may I say some of them? If they inconvenience you, I'll stop saying them. The pandemic created at least 40 new big pharma billionaires. Pharmaceutical corporations like Moderna and Pfizer made $1,000 of profit every second from the COVID-19 vaccine. More than two-thirds of Congress received campaign funding from pharmaceutical companies in the 2020 election. Pfizer chairman Albert Bourla told Time magazine in July 2020 that his company was developing a COVID vaccine for the good of humanity, not for money. And of course, Pfizer made $100 billion in profit in 2022. And may I just mention that finally, and this is also a fact, that you, the American public, funded the development of that. The German public funded the BioNTech vaccine. When it came to the profits, they took the profits. When it came to the funding, you paid for the funding. All I'm querying is this.
Yes.
Is if you have an economic system in which pharmaceutical companies benefit hugely from medical emergencies, where a military-industrial complex benefits from war, where energy companies benefit from energy crises, you are going to generate states of perpetual crisis, where the interests of ordinary people separate from the interests of the elite.
So, yeah, look, he's obviously going after some very big names when he does shit like that. And he has at least enough of a reputation to get on shows like Bill Maher and spread that message. So yeah, I could say that there would be some desire to see him shut the fuck up, but it's more than that. He's regularly attacking establishment media, and establishment media hates that. So they saw an opportunity to go after him. That's all. That's all this is. And yes, is it coordinated? Absolutely. Do they have any evidence? No, they don't. I mean, you could count that text message as evidence, but it's like anti-evidence. It's like something that disproves her fucking story evidence. And that's all they have. That's all they fucking have. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's nuts to me that this is going on right now. It absolutely is. And I think that it's very clear. I think that a lot of the people that you see right now who are doing the, well, innocent until proven guilty, but guys, this is damning. This is really bad. The minute Russel Brand comes out with his response, they'll turn on a fucking dime. They're attacking him now because it's safe to attack him now. They'll back up the accusations knowing that there is no evidence to speak of that they have seen that they can verify. They know that. But it's much safer. It's much safer and far more profitable to go after Russel Brand in this moment. On the flip side of that, when he does finally come out with his response, then it will be much safer and much more profitable to back up Russel Brand. Because right now, if you take his side, well, then you're defending a rapist. And nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to be accused of doing that. That's all this shit is. It's disgusting. I see it for what it is. I hope you guys see it for what it is. And I hope when these motherfuckers come crawling out back into the light and try to make a profit off of their fucking videos, I hope you guys also take them to task. I hope you do too, because it's disgusting to me. False fucking accusations need to fucking stop. And if you're backing it up because it's safe, because there's a profit to be made off of it, I want you to pay the same fucking penalty that these false accusers should pay to, because you know it's wrong and you do it anyways. Anyways, guys, that's it for the stream tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to try to keep these shorter and do a little bit more of them if I can. But more videos will be coming up. I got to do another video just talking about how one of the accusers has responded to this, to his response, while still presenting no new evidence that can verify their story at all. Oh, man. Oh, fucking man. And talk about like the media purge of Russel Brand. Anyways, guys, I'll see you with another stream, hopefully pretty soon. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. It depends on what happens in the news. We'll see, though. All right, guys, take it easy. Bye-bye.